that RV coming, that's going to be ours. We're here in Boise, Idaho, and we're going to pick up that RV. Well, we are in our RV.
First of all, guys, welcome to Montana Haven.
Yes.
We haven't even started the video yet, so there we go. Yeah, Priscilla, what are we doing? What's going on?
We just bought an RV for us to take back up to Alaska to stay in for all summer long. We wanted something that was just a little bit bigger than the old RV that we had, that had no pop-outs. It was so crammed tight. And so we got one with some slide outs. There's two nice big slide outs on this one. So we are very happy about that. Now the RV is older than we expected, but I think with some cleaning and some fixing up, it'll look okay.
Yeah, it does need a little bit of TLC. It'll be nice. It's got some bunks in it, so
yeah, and that's what we
really
wanted.
nice. Yeah.
Some bunk beds, and there was a family, a bigger family that stayed in here, and I think they had a lot of fun in the RV.
And it's 32 feet long, so it's nice and long and big.
It's definitely better than the one we had.
Yeah, very, very much so. It's a step up, which is fine.
Yeah.
And we were able to pay cash for it because we sold our house in Alaska, and so we used some cash. And then we'll probably turn around and sell it in Alaska again.
Sometime, yeah.
Anytime that you buy something down here that's, you get a decent price on it, you can sell it for as much as you gave for it or make a little bit of money in Alaska because everything's more expensive up there generally.
Yeah.
So yeah, we flew down to Boise, Idaho. That's where we got the RV, because that is where we found the deal. So now there's some friends of ours that live here, so we're gonna go to their house for dinner.
Yes.
We're already gonna land at 4:20 p.m. and now it's like what, 8:30 in the evening. Oh,
And they're waiting for dinner on us.
Yeah, I feel
so
terrible.
It just took so much longer. Our flight was delayed.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, but they're friends of ours that we knew ever since we were young children.
Yeah.
So they're special people. We're going to go see them and just stay close by and just sleep in the RV and then drive all the way home tomorrow.
There you go. What do you think, babe?
I think we're ready for a coffee.
Oh man, I feel like a truck drove over me. No, not quite that bad, but got it real early and
We were up late with our friends.
yeah, and then somehow during the night I still got to figure this RV out. Something started beeping low battery, and so I had to turn the heat off. And
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. So now we're at our favorite place somewhere here, North Fork Coffee Roasters.
Yeah,
We're gonna get us a coffee.
We're in McCall, Idaho, and they have banks of snow here.
Yeah,
They get a lot
lots
of
and lots of snow. This place started in like 1906 from somebody tenting here. Pretty cool. Yep, she's driving. She let me have a good nap. That was really nice. Tell me what you saw so far, honey.
Just amazing scenery. Like we just drove and drove through these canyons and along the Little Salmon River. I saw one guy come up out of the on a parking lot close to the Salmon River with like this huge long fish, and just beautiful. I saw cows along the green hillsides. It was really beautiful scenery.
Well, we finally made it back last night from our trip down to Boise with the RV. Got back about 7 o'clock. It was a 12-hour trip. I was beat, but glad to come back. But I wanted to show you my friend Gil from Fairbanks. He was traveling through. He bought some trailers here, down here in Arizona, was it, right? Yeah. And he's got a business up in Fairbanks. He does excavating and stuff. Check him out. What's your business name?
Three Seasons Construction, because we have a hunting season.
There you go.
Hunting season.
So if you guys are up in the Fairbanks area, he does a really good job. He's got some new trailers. Go check him out. 3 seasons construction. Anyways, he's taken some pallets of stuff for me for my new house. This is all the stain, chink, varnish, interior finish, and the reassembly package for the logs. I'm just concerned it's not going to fit on the next truck, or the trucks that are going to go up might be tight. So he said he's going that way, so threw it on some like 4 pallets of stuff. So he's going to take it up there, and then eventually I'll bring it down to me in Wasilla, because he's in Fairbanks, about 5-6 hours apart. So there it is. That's what we were doing this morning. Gil's going to take off, and he's got a long road ahead of him, so I'm going to let him go. Thanks for coming, Gil.
You're welcome.
So tonight we're having work bee at the community building and church and stuff, but I want to show you guys this. This is our schoolhouse, and my brother-in-laws, they have a construction company. They just put this concrete in right here for an addition to the schoolhouse. So this is going to be, looks to me like it's bigger than the schoolhouse. I don't even know the dimensions, but it's pretty amazing, because years ago we would work Saturdays and evenings to try to accomplish these things. Now there's a lot more people in the community, and it's a real blessing. When we get together for a work bee, there is just a lot of people show up, and everything gets raked. The yards get cleaned up. Big pile of everything gets burned out there in the big pile, and usually there's hot dogs or something. So good to work together like this. Rosie's not fond of her new collar. She thinks it's terrible, actually. Well, we have a story to tell you. What do you think? Why do you have a story to tell?
I don't know.
So we were gonna have some friends up for dinner, and so we invited them to come. And the children came home they had a couple of school-age children. They came home with Wyatt. One of them is Danny, is Wyatt's age here. So they were playing around, having a good time, right, like boys do. And then they also have a girl that's around Chloe's age. And so they went out. They were all excited. They were going to go dig some wild onions. They like to dig wild onions and eat them. So
yeah, Wyatt could explain a little bit.
So tell me a little bit what happened, Wyatt.
So we had like wild onions. We took a shovel and dig like, I don't know, 12 or maybe so much. And then we like took them up here and washed them out and went outside to eat them. Then I ate one, and then
His friend Danny, how much did he eat?
5.
He ate 5 wild onions, and Mia, the girl, ate 1.
Yep.
And he just ate 1 too.
So after we were just ready to have dinner.
It was only like probably half hour later, Danny was saying he's not feeling good. And then he ran for the bathroom and he threw up. And then just a little bit later, he threw up again. And we thought, well, maybe it's the stomach flu, because it had been going around quite a while ago. So we didn't think about it. And he got so sick, he wanted to go home. So they took him home. And I think he threw up 7 times.
Yep. And then Wyatt threw up twice.
Then he started not feeling good.
Yeah, he said, oh, my shoulder hurts so bad. Anyways, long story short, I said, well, what's with these onions? So I started Googling it, and we realized they might not have been onions. So I went to Doug's, dig some up, and check them out. And no, they were not onions. They were something far more sinister and terrible. Toxic.
Poisonous, yeah.
Yeah, a death camas. That's what they're called, death camas. They can be fatal to human or livestock. And it creates all kinds of neurological and gastronomical and all kinds of pteronomical things.
They were dizzy. They both were dizzy. But Danny got hit the hardest because he ate the most.
And they ate it on an empty stomach too, which
Yeah.
didn't help.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, they both puked it out, I think. And then Mia also didn't feel well for quite some time. We gave them all activated charcoal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that helped. So
Okay.
Danny's feeling well, good now. So is Wyatt.
Wyatt is feeling better.
Pretty good. Mia's feeling fine.
So,
So don't eat death camas. They look like wild onions, almost exactly. They're a little bit rounder, but they do not smell like onions. They literally just look like wild onions, but they
Yeah.
do not smell like wild onions. So if they don't smell like wild onions, do not eat death camas. And they grow in the same area.
and I don't think wild onions would actually be out yet or be ready yet.
See,
So-
here's the thing. I've lived in Montana now almost my entire life. I have never... We've often eaten wild onions.
Yeah,
Just
the
crazy.
twins would come home with wild onions. We'd eat wild onions, and this is the first time this happened. But I think it was always later in
I think
the
so.
year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Later in the year. So now we know. Don't eat death, Camus. Glad Wyatt and everybody's okay.
Yeah.
But it could have been a lot worse, but we're thankful that it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in front of our schoolhouse here, and today Avalon is teaching school. So the school teacher is doing her work, and she's going to teach school. It's kind of a tradition that 8th graders have before they graduate school. So let's go and see how she's doing.
Does ambulance start with apple? Ambulance. Yes. Does fish?
I just have my out.
Hey guys, here I am in the Kalispell, Montana airport. This is the second time this week that I'm going to go on a plane, and I have a surprise for you where I am going. This time I'm going by myself, and I'll tell you about it just a little bit later. Good morning. You have found me somewhere in the middle of the woods and on the edge of a cornfield, somewhere in Wisconsin. Yes, that's right. I am in Wisconsin. This is where my brother lives, in an Amish community here in Hillsboro, Wisconsin, with his family, my oldest brother, and I have come to pay them a visit. So this was really out of the blue. We received a letter from them stating that they were having kind of like an estate sale where my brother Irvin is 20 years older than I am, so I think he's, kind of slowing down a little bit and wanting to get out of produce and those things. So I think he's having like a family sale. And I just said, what would it be like if I came to Wisconsin and visited my brother and his family? I haven't been here in many, many years. I've only visited them like twice in this place. So after thinking about it, Priscilla encouraged me to go. She said, you should really go. And so I said, you know what? This is my opportunity. We're going back to Alaska. So I jumped on a plane, and I'm coming here. And here in about 15 minutes, I'm going to meet them. They're going to be totally surprised. They don't even know I'm coming. So we'll just see how this goes, and we're really looking forward to it. And since this is a very conservative Amish community that my brother and his family live, there are obviously no cell phones and no cars, nothing like that. And so I'm going to be very considerate when I video, and I'll probably just try to do it discreetly and honorably. And so we'll see how much I can get in, but I came here to bless them and to just see them. I haven't seen them in a long time. So it's going to be really, really good. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's head on up the road and see if we can pay them a surprise visit. Now, the thing with this part of Wisconsin is it's very hilly, and these roads wind back and forth. This one's called Dutch Hollow, and the next road I'm supposed to turn on is called Miller Road. So I'm in Amish country when it's got names like that. But it's this place has got nothing but hardwoods primarily. And so my brother and I think my brother does some, but a lot of people tap trees here in the spring and make maple syrup. And of course, there's a lot of farming. There's produce. My brother raised laying hens, and that was his primary business, that and produce. Now his children are all, moved away from home. They're older. I think they're all married now. So my nieces and nephews. So it's just him and his wife, and so they're scaling down a bit.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Miller Road.
Well, now, if you grew up in this area, I'm sure you would just simply love it because it's got its own real beauty to it. Like I said, lots of hills, valleys, and lots of farms. Look at that sunrise. Very beautiful. So many places are so beautiful in their own way. Well, look what I'm following. This is farm country. I'm not even sure what that thing is, but I would say it's a sprayer of some sort. What I'm thinking of doing is just driving underneath it. What do you think? I think I could almost fit. It's a rental after all. Well, there's their auction sign. And here's their drive. Look what I see going up ahead of me here. Amish buggy. These horses are tough. They got to pull them up these hills. People are already arriving. It's only 7 a.m. It doesn't start for another 2 hours. Well, there's their farm. What a surprise they're gonna have when I show up. Buggy parking. There's already people here. I thought I was gonna be a little on the early side. Well, so I'm here at this Amish auction that you can hear in the background. And I'm standing here in their orchard, and it's been really good. I met a lot of my nieces and nephews, and a lot of people I don't know. But it's been really interesting so far. I'll keep showing you around a few more days while I'm here. Again, I'm just trying to be respectful and don't want to stick a camera in anybody's face. And came here to be a blessing to them, and that's what I want it to be. But I just want to share my experience with you. It's really something to come here in this very conservative Amish community, very similar to how I grew up, and yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. So just follow along and enjoy it with me. Here are all the buggies. Lots of people showed up. You've got buggies that are closed like this, and then you've got more like a spring wagon, like that, another spring wagon. You've got some of these are pulling carts. And one thing you'll notice about these are all steel wheels. And in this community, they only allow steel wheels. It varies by community, but you can see it's completely made out of steel here. Rough ride, that's all I can say. Some of these are double buggies, and this one actually has, two horses are pulling that one. A lot of these are just single buggies, where a one horse pulls them. Carts and buggies and different kinds. Lots and lots. Well, we're heading into his barn here, and all of these horses are going to be for sale. Some good looking work horses. Now, they're not quite all my brothers. I think some are from possibly my nephews. But they're all gonna sell at the auction. Oh, look at this cute little pony. Hey, cute little pony. Yeah, good girl. That is a cute little pony. Come on. Good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Look at all those hens. They're free range, so they get to go outside. Well, it was a good day. So now, after the auction is passed, we just sat around and chatted with my brother and sister-in-law and a lot of the children. And then they said, oh, I wish somebody would go home and help me milk my sheep. One of my nieces and her family, they milk sheep. I said, I'll go help you. So I'm going to go and help them milk some sheep. And then I'm also going to deliver some harnesses for my other nephew. So this is what the evening's going to look like. Looking forward to seeing their place. Well, I think this is pretty special. Look at the sunset behind me. And that's in the rearview mirror, so not the cleanest, but now look at this. Right there's looks what appears to be like a full moon. Very beautiful. Well, I'm delivering harnesses to my nephew, and then I'm gonna go help milk some sheep. Well, today is Saturday morning, and I wanted to give you my experience about milking the sheep last night. It was amazing, and I tell you what, I am really impressed by East Frisian milk sheep. They gave me some milk to drink, some cream, just beautiful. Oh, I think eventually I'm going to start milking some sheep. It was amazing. So had a good time, got home, crawled into bed, and so now you can see I'm here with all these, surrounded by all these chickens, and he lets them out on 8 acres of pasture. So they puts them in overnight. During the day, he lets them out. They roam around. They're free-range hens. And then I helped him get the eggs this morning, and I'll show you the eggs. We got hundreds of eggs, lots and lots of eggs. He has 3,000 chickens here. So I think the eggs go all the way to California. There's a pallet of eggs. They're all ready to be shipped out. And this is pretty cool. Let me show you this. This is where he stores ice. So they make ice during the winter. They go cut it off of lakes. And that right there keeps this room just perfect temperature, and makes it right so that the eggs stay about 30 some degrees, so just above freezing. So that keeps them nice and cold. And once a week, the truck comes by and gets all those eggs. Now I'm headed to my oldest nephew's place, and they live on this farm here, and he farms with mules. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he's got going on. Wow, guys, I wish I could have shared that whole experience with you. It is priceless, just priceless. And I spent the last over 3 hours, probably about 4 hours with them. And Jonathan is my oldest niece or grandchild of my parents. And so it was really good. He's only like 4.5 years younger than I am. And they've got, now I can't remember, I want to say 7 or 8 children at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 9 children. But it was just really neat. They built that home they built by themselves. They bought an old homestead and they really fixed it up nice. Did a really nice job. He's a farmer by heart, but he also did a really good job woodworking. So the children were just, those are all my great nieces and nephews. It was so good. They had me for lunch. I just talked. I shared with them about Alaska and about Montana. They asked questions about flying and, you know, just all the things that they don't know about. So it was really, really fun. Really enjoyed it. A little tugging at my heartstrings a little bit just for the experiences. Really grateful that I was blessed to be part of an extended legacy, and even though they're quite a bit different, they're in a different place, you know, it's totally fine. I just pray the Lord's blessing on them. I bless them, and it's good. We're all on a journey, and you know, God loves them as much as me or the next person. So it's a wonderful thing. So very grateful for that opportunity. And now I am on my way to my oldest nephew from my brother Irvin. So his name is Timothy, and I'm going to go see him and his family. He's got a woodworking shop, builds beautiful furniture, log furniture, aspen furniture and such. So just wish I could just video everything and show that to you, but I really can't. I want to be respectful. So hey, right here comes a horse and buggy. Let's see if we can get this on camera. Well, I did notice they put their heads down when I came close. So that is kind of the way. They don't really like to be photographed, so I can respect that. So let's go see what life is like at the next farm here. Oh, and there's somebody plowing out there. That's cool. I must be at the right place. Frosty Pumpkin Furniture. Interesting name. Well, now I'm driving into my nephew Timothy's place, and you can see he's got a log house. Goes after my brother Irvin. Very handy with wood. And so I'm really curious how his woodworking shop's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. And his house. Well, Timothy isn't here at the moment, so I'm going to look at these very, very nice tables that he's got. Wow. Smells so good in here. Wow, quality. You can tell. No kidding, look at that big elk antler. He's gonna probably have a double table. It's amazing. Timothy wasn't home, so I told him I'd go back and told his children I'd go back and see him a little bit later. I thought I'd come over and see my oldest niece. They just had a baby, their 6th son in a row, but they have a greenhouse here. They're a little busy right now. They're with some customers, so I thought I'd just come out and look at the greenhouse. Yeah, lots of plants, lots of beautiful flowers and pots and everything here. So it'll be nice to see her if I get to see her. I think she just had a baby about a week ago, so I think she's still recovering. So just want to wait until I can chat with him to see if he's available, if they're available for me to go in and say hi at least. Wow, wow, wow. Well, I did get to see them, see my oldest niece, and that was really special. She's bedridden for another little while because of the birth of her 6th son, but she's doing well, I think, other than that. And it was just really, really special to see their little family. I don't know that I've seen any. I don't know if I ever met her husband. I don't think. I've seen her since I was like probably almost 30 years. Isn't that crazy? That's pretty terrible, actually. I think she was in Montana, was like 15, and I don't know if I saw her since then, which is crazy. But anyways, yeah, it's just so good to catch up, and my heart is just so touched by my nieces and nephews and their lives that they've created. And it's just such a different lifestyle, but it is still, it's got a lot of values in it, and I want to honor that for what they know to do and what they're trying to do. And their heart, I think, is to raise a good family and to love the Lord in their way. So, but yes, I long to see all my Amish people fully know the joy of the Lord and to walk in His strength and in His peace in a brand new, fulfilling, and walk in the power of the amazing love of Christ and not in the rules and regulations. So it's a journey, and God can touch each of them where they're at. So now it's back to Timothy and check out his log home and log furniture place. That's a tendonizer. Wow, very cool machine. Now I'm heading back to my brother's farm, and it was really a wonderful day. Just had a great time, and yeah, there's his free-range chickens. Look at that. They are really free-ranging way out here. I guess that's why you got to pay $10 for a dozen eggs, or however much it is right now. Free-range hens. You can see the windmill there is pumping. It's pumping water, turning. Just getting to see my nieces and nephews was just a fantastic, just a really neat day. And so grateful for this opportunity and be able to stay here with my brother, sleeping here again for the night. So tomorrow morning I got to get up real early, probably about 4:30 or so, and head for the airport. So one more evening, spend some time here yet with my brother and sister-in-law, and then it's off to the craziness. So there you can see it's pumping water. Okay, doggy. No, down, dog, down. You can't jump up on here. That would be a bad move. Look at all those eggs.